يوجد السلام جميعا، كيفكم؟ شو اخباركم؟ كويفي معكم من جديد. جايز اليوم بهذا الفيديو بدي انزل لكم المقابله يلي انا عملتها مع صاحب شركه جنغل سكاوت من حوالي شهر وشوي، بس للاسف ما صح لنا وقت ننزلها الا لليوم. فالمقابله فيها معلومات كثير مهمه بتفيد الجميع، فانا بدي اياكم كلياتكم تشوفوا هي المقابله، واذا حبيتوا اعملوا لايك، لا تنسوا تعملوا سبسكرايب لهي الشانل، وبشوفكم بقلب الفيديو. Enjoy guys. One more second. I will open here live for the Instagram. Okay.
All right.
Live. I will talk a little bit in Arabic. It's not a problem for you?
No, go for it.
Okay.
I can't speak Arabic, but you're more than welcome to.
اوكي. هاي جايز، كيفكم؟ شو اخباركم؟ هلا بدنا نطلع نحن مع صاحب شركه جنغل سكاوت، ورح اساله الاسئله يلي عرضتوها علي كلياتكم. اوكي. هذا الزلمه كثير 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 رائع، وراح يعطينا شغلات كثير حلوه. اسمه جريك. وخلينا نبلش مع بعض. اذا عندكم اي سؤال او استفسار بس حطوا لي تحت بالكومنتس. اوكي. So I think we can start.
Excellent.
Okay. Hi. So the very first question is, like, many students ask me, where does Jungle Scout get their data from? Like, is it even real, or is it just estimate, or what the hell is it?
You're referring to the sales estimates, right?
Right. Jungle Scout from extension, right?
Yeah. So what we do is we have a data science team, and we've developed algorithms to estimate how well products sell based off of the best sellers rank.
Okay.
So we take the bestseller rank, we see what the bestsellers rank's been for the past 30, 60, or 90 days, or however long it's been in the past. And then we use that data to be able to estimate how well the products sell. And we actually, I should give you a link. We have a case study that shows how accurate it is.
Okay, case study.
Yeah.
Wow. What you did there?
Here, I'll send it to you right now, and you can take a look at it. But what we did was we took real people's sales, people who gave us access to their Seller Central account, and then we compared our sales estimates versus what their real sales were inside of Seller Central to see how accurate our algorithms were. And then we also did the same thing for a whole bunch of our competitors to see who was the most accurate. And Jungle Scout was the one that came out on top. And we also publish all the proof of how you know that's true, because we have screen recordings and everything else.
That's nice. Competitors, you mean like Viral Launch, and you mean like all the other Helium 10 and all the other big companies, right?
Yep. So Viral Launch was actually the second best. Helium 10 was the fourth best. So you can see all of them there, and you can see how accurate each of them are.
That's awesome. I should have a look at it.
Yeah, I'm going to send you the link in the chat right now, and you can give it to your audience as well.
Sure, I will. Okay. The second question, many students want to know, when is Jungle Scout going to work in the Australian market and the Turkey market? Because I have a lot of students from Turkey, and they really, really desperate. They want to sell in the Turkey.
Right.
What should they do?
I don't know an exact date, so I apologize for that. But the way we're thinking about it is we're first going to make it work in Japan. It's not available in Japan yet.
In Japan first.
Japan first. And then after that, we're going to do the markets like Australia and Turkey and Netherlands we don't support yet. And then I think like China. So it takes our data scientists a little bit of time to kind of like collect data and create those sales estimates and stuff. So it's going to be at least a few more months, but it is coming soon. We definitely want to release it soon.
Perfect. And that's that goes all for Australia too, right? For Australia too.
Yes,
not just for
Australia too.
Okay, nice. That's cool. And how long would it take? You think like 6 months, 4 months, 3, or 1 year, 2 years?
I'd say by 4 to 6 months we should have all of the ones we just named.
Okay. 6 months. Okay, a very big problem. Sometimes Jungle Scout Chrome extension doesn't show you all the data for some products, like cameras, for example.
Right.
If you want to do Chrome extension research, you click on it, you see nothing, like no data, just like 2 or 3 points.
Right.
How can we solve this?
This is something that, so the reason we don't have sales estimates for some products, it's mostly electronic products, right?
Right.
It's because they don't have a bestseller rank. And
Ah.
that's the primary reason, that's the way that we right now calculate the sales estimates. And when I say bestseller rank, I'm talking about just in the parent category, not in like the small subcategories.
Okay.
So that's why there's no sales estimates for it. That being said, this is actually something that our data science team is working on this quarter about trying to estimate sales for products that don't have a bestseller rank in the parent category.
Ah, I didn't know this.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So yeah, if you go on the listing for those products, mostly electronic, and you scroll down, you'll see it doesn't have like 5,000 in electronics. Only it has like all the subcategories, and then it'll say like number 10, but it's in a very small subcategory.
Ah, okay. That's the reason why.
Yep, that's the reason why.
Yeah, I have this question too. For some products, they are like parent product, okay? And this parent product has like 3 colors and 4 sizes. And does Jungle Scout show you the data and the sales for each and every product? Or is it like one data for all the products?
Good question. Okay, so first of all, in order to see all the child products, you have to be on the listing itself, not the search page. So you click into the listing, and then you're on the listing page. And then on Amazon, there's 2 types of scenarios. One scenario, and an example of this is something like in the baby category. Amazon gives the different child products different bestseller ranks. So like, for example, if you went and looked at our Jungle Snugs hooded baby towels right now, you'll be able to see how many of each color is sold, because each color, each variation has a different bestseller rank. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does make sense.
That's only for some categories. That's for like maybe 1/2 or 2/3 of categories.
Okay.
The other categories, for example, sports and outdoors,
for
whatever reason, Amazon doesn't give the children, the variations, a different bestseller rank. They just all share one bestseller rank.
One bestseller rank. Ah, okay.
So in that scenario, we just tell you the total of all of the sales, but you don't know which colors sell better than others.
Ah, okay. So I have to go in the listing page, but some products it will not work because Amazon gives only one seller rank for all the childs. Okay.
Right.
For children's. Okay.
And it will show you like a little info eye thing that you can hover over, and it's telling you that hey, there's only one bestseller rank for all these children products, so this is the total of it. Yeah,
that's something new. No one talks about it actually.
Yeah, we're getting into the advanced stuff.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so we all know from your YouTube channel that you make over $500,000 in revenue from your Amazon products. And now many students are asking for tips. How could they grow their business to that level? And even how can I grow my business to that level on Amazon?
Good question.
Yes.
I'd say the way that I think about it is, at first you kind of have to master the basics. So at first you need to launch a few products, and you need to understand about how to choose products well, like, what niches to go into. You need to learn how to create a really good listing. You need to learn how to do really good keyword research. You need to learn how to do PPC. Once you've kind of mastered all these things and you've launched a few products, at that point, you know how to create a system to launch more products. And after that, it's really just about launching more products. Like, the easiest way to grow on Amazon is to launch more products. Now, the problem with that usually is having enough cash to purchase the inventory. Right?
Cash flow.
Cash flow is hard. And with an inventory business, that's a tough thing to do. One piece of advice that I would give is, in order to grow a business, once you understand the basics and understand the fundamentals, I think it's okay to take out loans to purchase inventory. And, like Amazon offers loans, and depending on what country you live in, there's other ways to get loans for inventory. Yes. But it is if you're just starting out, like just launching your first product, I would not recommend borrowing money to do that. But after you learn how to do it, and the only reason like you can't reorder or place more orders or whatever else is you need capital to order inventory. That's when, in my opinion, at least, everyone's a little different. I think it's okay to borrow money to purchase that inventory. So that's a little tip I have for you to like help you kind of grow your business.
Sure. So you mean I can launch as many products as I can, or do you prefer like to stick to 3, 4 like good products and scale them to the roof, like, or just launch a new product, then launch a new product, scale it a little bit, then launch a new one?
That's what I do. I launch a new one, scale it a little, launch a new one. What I found is you get to a certain point and then you can optimize like a little bit more, but it's like little incremental gains. You know what I mean?
Right.
You never can really like get up here and then like, whoa, way more. Like you can only, get it like a little bit better selling.
Right.
And like, to me, I think the best thing to do is just launch more products.
Launch more products. And like, if you have like, say like 50 or like 70 products, it will be like a little bit hard to manage, right? Or how do you manage it? I am sure you cannot manage it alone.
No, I can't. Once you have more products, you have to think about hiring people to help you with it. And, I think a lot of people ask or think about who's the first person that I should hire, or what types of things should I hire for first?
Right.
And I would encourage everyone to ask themselves, what do you dislike the most? Or what would be the easiest to train someone else to do? Something like product research or determining how many units to order. Those are like pretty big things for your business, like pretty high, like pretty just important in order to grow. And you wouldn't really want to trust someone with those right away. But things doing like the customer support, other things, just like maybe writing your listing. There's a number of things like that that are easier to outsource and to hire someone else to help you with.
Okay. Do you recommend hiring like a virtual assistant or like a real person who lives like in the same street where you live?
Yeah. When I was first starting off as an entrepreneur, I only hired kind of like virtual assistants and remote people. And now I've changed a little bit, and I kind of like working with people. Like you kind of see behind me, some of the other people that work here at Jungles.
I see over like 8 screens.
Yeah. You can do either. Like either of them work. I think whatever you feel more comfortable with.
Okay, this is a big question. I have a lot of students who live in Europe, okay? Mm-hmm. They want to sell on Amazon USA. I say always like, stay where you live. Like if you live in Spain, just sell in Spain. It's your language. There is no big competition like in the US market. What is your recommendation? And the problem is we all know that in US, there's a lot of money. In Spain or in Germany where I live, there's like 1/10 from that money, So what is your recommendation? Should we start as like EU seller in the EU or like start right away in the US?
Yeah, good question. There's different schools of thought in this, and there's no right or wrong answer, but my personal opinion is that you should sell in whatever marketplace is easiest for you to get started in. So, I mean, like, it's still not very hard to start selling in the US if you live in the EU or other parts of the world. But if we're just talking about starting out, I think there's already a lot of kind of hurdles to overcome being an entrepreneur and getting started and learning how to do product research and working with factories and everything else, that I wouldn't want to add an additional hurdle to that of trying to start somewhere that's unfamiliar to you, or that's like seems more difficult. So I recommend you just sell in whatever marketplace is like least intimidating or like the easiest for you to do. And if they all seem about the same, then I would probably just do the US. But even though there's less money, as you say, like in some of these EU countries, that doesn't mean there's still lots of good opportunities on Amazon, right? Because we don't need the whole Amazon pie. We just want like a few products that are doing well. And there's plenty of products that do well, even in the smallest Amazon marketplaces.
Right. And for the new Amazon marketplace in Turkey or Australia, do you recommend that people who live there to sell there or to sell in US? Because it is a new market and it's the same language where they live, but we have no data. Like I don't know if it is a good fit or not.
The sales in those new markets are very small, right? Like there's not a lot of sales there. So if you're just getting started, it might still be okay to sell there because like you learn how Amazon system works and like you gather, you get a lot of knowledge just by like kind of learning that.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to grow, you probably at that point want to start thinking about selling in the US. And then over time, as the Turkey and Australia marketplaces grow, then you could think about selling there more.
Okay.
That's how I think about it.
I think exactly the same way, because we have no data. Why should we do something that is unknown, right?
Right.
And what is Jungle Scout future projects for new sellers? How are you planning to help the new sellers? Because we all know that the markets keep changing and there's always like new hurdles and new like sellers. And I saw that you have like many new products like this Jungle Scout keyword. Okay, you can find keywords that is trending or keywords that have a lot of research volume. Can you talk a little bit about it?
Yeah. So I think the first part of the question was like, what else are you doing to help sellers? We're actually releasing something in, let's see, in a week and a half. I think it's March 22nd or March 24th. That's a vendor database, a supplier database, and it helps you find really good suppliers. And we can talk about that in a second.
No way.
Yeah, it's going to be really good. I'm really excited about it. But Keyword Scout, it's a keyword research tool inside of the Jungle Scout web application. And I'm really excited about it too. Right now, it's only for US keywords, but it works very well. And it tells you things like exact search volumes, broad search volumes. It also tells you about how many units you'll probably need to give away in order to launch it. It also tells you other things like how much PPC is going to cost. So it's very useful as far as that goes. So Keyword Scout's really good. The supplier database, what we've done is when you import goods into the US, you have to give some paperwork to the government.
Right.
And through something in the US called the Freedom of Information Act, you can actually get access to government documents. And that's what we've done. And we've put them all in a database. And you can search through this database to find different suppliers. But there's lots of ways you can find good suppliers. But let me tell you about my favorite one. My favorite one is you can actually search for your competitor or other people who are the top seller for that product. And you can actually see what factory they're using.
No way.
Yeah, what you can do is you can find like whatever product on Amazon gets the best reviews because it's the highest quality product. Yeah. And then you can just do this reverse search to see who their factory is. And then you can just contact the factory and use the same factory.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's really a next level. Okay.
Yeah. Or you can see what factories like the big brands are using, like North Face, Patagonia, Nike shoes, I don't know, whatever else. You can search and see all the factories that they use, and then you can contact them to try to use the same ones. So it's really cool.
Okay, but you said it's only available in the US, right? The Keyword Scout.
Keyword Scout is only for US data, or US the Amazon.com marketplace and English keywords. But that is by the end of Q2, so by June, we'll have that available for all marketplaces.
Okay, even Europe.
And then with the supplier database, that's it's only for imports that are being imported into the US, but it's only for shipments sent to the US, but it's from people who are sending them from all over the world. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you can still find really good suppliers, even if you like want to sell these goods in the EU or wherever else, right? You're just going to see like
supplier.
Yeah, to see who the top supplier on the US uses, and you can just use that supplier for to sell in the EU.
Okay, that's nice. That's really cool, actually.
It's really cool. I'm really excited about it. I was just testing it today. We're fixing a few little bugs, and it's ready to release in about 10 days.
Wow, I'm so excited.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm excited too.
Something is very important, which is many people say that Amazon FBA is dying, Amazon FBA is exaggerated, Amazon FBA is nothing that bring you money anymore. It's old-fashioned.
Right.
What's your comments on that?
I'm laughing a little bit because I've been selling now for 6 years, and every single year, everyone's always saying that. So even
Okay.
like when I started 5 or 6 years ago, that's what everyone was saying, like, oh, it's too saturated now. It's too hard. Like the glory days are gone or whatever else. In my opinion, are there a few more sellers? Yeah. But
Yeah.
look at Amazon's sales on their platform. They're growing like crazy. So you have to think like it requires a lot more sellers in order to sell all the goods that the shoppers are buying on the Amazon platform.
Right.
So in my opinion, at least, this is just kind of like an excuse that entrepreneurs tell themselves because they're just like a little bit scared and they're just kind of like looking for, ways to tell, like excuses to make. So do you, like with that being said, I'll give like the caveat that you still do need to like do really good product research and you need to find the niches that are not too competitive and like the products that aren't too competitive yet.
Sure.
But that's always been the case. They might just be like a little bit more niche now than what they were before. But it's still like, if I think about all opportunities, like all online businesses that you could start, it's definitely still the best one right now.
I think that too, because there's always new sellers, but new customers too, right?
Lots of new customers.
Yes, exactly. What is the best tip you can ever give for getting reviews fast, like really, really fast?
I wish it was easier. There's no really good or easy way to get reviews, at least not if you want to follow the rules. And I always follow all the Amazon rules. Really, the best two things that you can do that are easy, like inexpensive, and do increase the amount of reviews you get is just, I do little package inserts that ask people to leave a review on Amazon. And then
like a thank you card?
What's that?
Like a thank you card, you mean?
Yeah, just like, I hope you've enjoyed it. If there's any concerns, email us and we'll be sure to get those fixed. And we love like if you leave us a review on Amazon. There's no way to track how many extra reviews that gets you, but it's pretty cheap. It only costs a few cents to add that insert. So I do it. And then I, of course, send follow-up emails. That's the single best thing you can do to increase the number of reviews you get. But there's no way to kind of, there's no good hack or whatever else to really get lots of reviews if you want to play by the rules.
So how do you think that the big sellers get their review? Like someone with 3,000 or 4,000 review, did they get that?
They sell lots of products. The more volume you can sell, the more reviews you get. There of course are people that cheat the system, but these people always get caught. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like there's been people trying to cheat the review system for years and years and years. I was visiting Amazon in Seattle just a few weeks ago, and one of the buildings I was on, they have one whole floor, so hundreds and hundreds of people, and these people's only job is to try to just like improve the integrity of the review system. So it's pretty much hundreds of people, and their only job is to catch people who are like getting fake reviews. That's what all of them do. So, and these are really smart people.
I think this is a lot better, and this is fair because like
it is fair.
Big seller has like a lot of capital, and new sellers like have always like a little bit of money. They cannot buy reviews like the big on the huge sellers those, right?
Yeah. So I agree. I think it's better to be a level playing field and be fair for everyone.
I think that too. What about going brand or going like general? Do you recommend like selling any type of product, just like a winner product, just sell it, a winner product, sell it, or no, think of it like this way. Okay, winner products, okay, does it like belong to my niche? No, okay, I don't sell it. Or what do you recommend?
Good question. There are good arguments for both. And I know a lot of people that do both and are successful with both. Me, I just sell any product. I don't have like these like nice cohesive brands. I think that way I don't get too attached to products that aren't really that good of opportunities and I just want to sell because they fit in my brand. With that being said, the benefit of doing a brand is like if you want to kind of get off Amazon, you know what I mean, and like create your own store and try to do marketing offside of Amazon, then it's nicer to have a brand. But if you're only going to do on Amazon, no one's going to be searching for your brand. People just search for the type of product. Like they don't type in Jungle Snugs towels or whatever else. No one knows about Jungle Snugs towels. Right. They type in hooded baby towel and they buy whichever one has like the best reviews with the best price and whatever else. You know what I mean? They're not searching for my brand. So I don't think creating these nice cohesive brands actually helps you very much on Amazon. But the only benefit of doing so is like more long-term, it might be a little bit better strategy if you want to get off Amazon.
Can you sell your business? Like, can you sell your general store online to someone else?
Yeah, certainly.
Even if it's not a brand, you can still sell it, right?
Certainly, yes.
Okay. And can you talk about your jump send email sequence product? Because I think it's one of the best. So
thank you.
Yes, and my subscriber want to know about it. Can you like give us like a quick review about it?
Yeah. So JumpSend has two main features. One feature is the email campaigns like you're speaking about. And what happens is anytime someone purchases a product, it sends them a follow-up message through the Amazon platform. Yes. And primarily ask them to leave a review. You can also do things like give assembly instructions or ask for seller feedback or anything else, but you mostly want to ask them for review. And that's the single best thing you can do to improve the amount of reviews you get. You still only get like 5 or 6% of sales turn into reviews, but that's the best thing you can do to improve that. There actually is like another piece of functionality with JumpSend, and that is the deal site. And on the JumpSend deal site, there is, you can distribute coupons to shoppers who then go on to purchase your goods. So this helps you get more sales velocity, which helps you rank better on Amazon. Of course, when you rank better on Amazon, you're going to get more sales. When you get more sales, you get more reviews, and it's kind of like you work your way up there.
Right. And is it supported in the EU countries or only in the US?
US and UK.
Okay. Will it be soon like available in Germany, for example?
Oh, so sorry. So the emails, they work everywhere.
Not
North
the
America,
emails.
EU, India. With the deal site, we only have shoppers in the UK and the US.
Are you planning to expand?
Yeah, I just don't know when.
Okay.
We have lots of things we want to do.
Okay. And I want to know, like, you have a product called Splitly, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of YouTubers, not a lot of YouTubers talk about it. Mm-hmm. And I have actually never used it. That's why I'm asking, is it like beneficial to test different pricing and different strategies, like different keyword to change, for example, change the title to just reverse the first and second word? Does it make a difference?
Good question. So with Splitly, Splitly is an A/B testing or optimization platform for Amazon. So it helps you, it enables you to test different images or test different prices or test keywords or bullets or anything else you want. Okay. It is effective. It helps quite a bit. And the best things to test are the price and the main image. Those are the two things that make the biggest difference. People test things like bullet points or descriptions or whatever else, but we found that you don't see a whole lot of difference by testing different bullet points. But the price and the main image, some of them do way better than others. So it is beneficial to test those things.
Okay, so like you mean like price changing like $1 to $2 or like cents in the cent range, like 10 cents more or 10 cents
mostly
less?
Dollars.
Okay.
It has a feature called Profit Peak. And you essentially just click a button and it will automatically test different prices for you. And it uses machine learning to decide which price is the best. So that way you don't have to go in there and always test different prices. You just click the button and it's constantly testing it and trying to make it more profitable for you.
Okay, that's nice. I don't know that. And I don't know why nobody talk about it. So I have to talk about it. Okay, and like last tip, how can we new sellers differentiate ourselves?
The best thing I like to do to differentiate myself on Amazon is just make improvements to the products. So I always read the bad reviews and see what people are complaining about or don't like, and then really try to make that better when I'm ordering it from the factory. And then when I do that, I make sure to call it out like on my images. Like if my other competitors are getting bad reviews for like a poor quality zipper, then like I'll do a really high quality zipper and make sure to like point to it in the images and like call it out like, oh, super high quality YKK zipper or whatever else. And that tends to help.
Okay. I think that's it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having us. And thank you so much for sharing those tips with my subscribers and my students.
Thank you very much for having me on. I've had a lot of fun. I've enjoyed it. And thank you everyone for tuning in, watching.
وهيك بنكون قصة الفيديو تبعنا اليوم. بتمنى تكونوا استفدتوا، بتمنى تكونوا اخذتوا معلومات قيمة من هي المقابلة. يلي عنده اي سؤال او يلي عنده اي استفسار بليز حطوا لنا اياهم تحت بالكومنتس. وغير هاد كله يلي حابب يتعلم الامازون اف بي اي بزنس من الصفر الى الاحتراف وياخذ هذا البزنس للنكست ليفل، لازم يشوف الكورس تبعنا يلي اسمه امازون اف بي اي ووريرز كورس. حتلاقوا رابط مع هذا الكورس باول كومنت وبصندوق الوصف. اوكي، فيلي عنده اي سؤال اي استفسار ما ينسى يحط لنا اياهم تحت بالكومنتس. وبتمنى تكونوا استفدتوا. بشوفكم اكيد بالفيديوهات الجايه. بيس جايز.